Hi guys! We've got another amazing interview planned for today with the expert designer, Patricia Shea Designs. She is a Contrado artist. She has been a designer for 40 years. She's an absolutely prolific watercolor artist and she does textile design primarily. She's absolutely incredible. We're so excited to be speaking to her. Hi Patricia, how's it going?
It's going great. I'm very excited. I'm a little nervous, but I am excited. Things are good. It's a good day.
Woohoo! Oh, amazing. Glad to hear it. Okay, so let's start from the very beginning. Who are you? What is your brand? How would you describe your style? Just give us a rundown of everything Patricia Shea.
Like you mentioned, I've been a designer for 40 years. I've basically designed and done artwork since I was like 5 years old. I was a bonkers paint by numbers and spirograph maniac when I was a kid, and I've just kept up working, designing, painting all my life. I was exceptionally lucky to look into a situation in America. I went over to live in America and I was very lucky to become a textile designer in a big bodywear company. During my tenure in that company, I learned all the basics of fashion design, pattern cutting, surface design, everything. And textile design was my natural love in life. And I just, took to it like a duck to water. So I spent a lot of years in New York working first in-house, and then I became freelance. Then, hooray, print on demand started to show up. And as soon as I understood the concept of print on demand, my life was perfect.
That's so good to hear. Wow. So what was the transition like when you went from working in massive companies to actually running your own brand? What were the sort of challenges that you faced, as well as the unexpected great things as well?
Yeah, I didn't, to be honest, I didn't find it any kind of a challenge. I just threw myself in full tilt and was just over the moon that this was a way that I absolutely loved to work.
So did you have an audience before you started your brand, or how did you start to build up your audience?
I did it the typical way. I was lucky. I really got involved in print on demand in America very, very early. I was big into Facebook pages because I got a business page almost as soon as Facebook came up with that. I've just done it through social media. Yeah, I'm very, very driven to do it organically and not try and manufacture it.
So I am interested in just a bit more about your brand, Patricia Shea Designs. Do you have any ethos that you follow? Are there any sort of beliefs or morals that dictate the way that you run your business?
So for me, my ethos also meshes really well with print on demand because nothing gets made until it gets sold. So instead of the usual fashion or any business really model of produce, sell, deliver, that's turned on its head with print and on demand, and it's now sell, produce, deliver.
Something that's always really impressed me about your store is that you have these very detailed, very engaging product descriptions. So like when you actually get onto the product page, I imagine it's so easy to secure the sale because your product descriptions are like really detailed, really engaging. They're really interesting and fun, like your personality comes out through them. So I'm interested, like, do you have any advice on how to write product descriptions and what kind of tactics you use?
You have to be authentic. Say it the way you want to say it, but make sure you're getting your SEO words in there. For me, I develop everything in watercolor, and I think that is becoming more and more people want to know that more and more because they want to know that hands were involved in it to begin with. In your descriptions, you try and use SEO words, but also make sure that you've got a personality there.
Is there anything that you found unique about Contrado? Anything that you found particularly helpful? What kind of aspects have you enjoyed about using Contrado?
In my experience, and I have had a lot of experience, as you can tell, your design platform is absolutely the best, absolutely by far. Like with the Contrado hoodie I'm wearing, which I've been wearing for 3 years, and it looks as good as the day that it arrived. I have one pattern on the inside of the hood. I have one pattern on the outside of the hood. They don't look different, but they are. I have a different pattern on the sleeve and a different pattern on the front and back. And they're all part of the same collection, but I've changed the scale and the placement. It makes me overjoyed that I can do that, because I really like to mix and match patterns.
Yeah.
And if you only get to do the same pattern on the front, same pattern on the, and I'm like, I can do like 7 patterns on this one garment and burn people's eyeballs with a lot of visual information. That makes me over the moon happy. And I have to tell you, the astonishing thing is I take screenshots of the mock-up, and when the item arrives, it is exactly the same. It is almost to the pixel. It is the same as I created in your 3-dimensional platform. So that is fantastic.
As a seller, as a person that sells on Contrado, what advice would you give to an artist that is just starting out? Like they've just signed up for a Contrado store. What advice would you give them?
I would tell them to not follow trends, to create what they want to see, to have a lot of fun doing it, and don't do it for the money.
Well, Patricia, thank you so much for sitting and speaking with us. This was amazing. Just to hear your wisdom, your experience, your advice on everything, and also just your story is incredible. It's been such a pleasure speaking to you.
Thank you.
Where can the people find you, Patricia?
Where am I? I'm in my living room.
Yeah.
Don't all show up in my living room. No, my love at the moment, and it has been for a long time, is Instagram. So come follow me at Design Confections and ask me questions and have a laugh.
Awesome. Well, go follow Patricia on Instagram. Go and check out her incredible, delicious, delightful Contrado store. It is amazing. It has been a pleasure, Patricia.
Thank you. My pleasure too. Thank you. I really appreciate this. I really do.
It's been a pleasure. We'll speak to you soon, okay?
Bye.